Now inflation I drop it from a year. I drop I could do 8% in October. Inflation time na MPP for every abemu na inflation was 53%. NDC are buying ND 1 year abemu. The NDC government, they have been in government for 10 months to 11 months. Menoka say NPP Kanoforiata Mahamudu Bawumia Kennedy Japan Brian Echampon country any company Japan mo MPP for every power no. Now inflation was 53%. Now in less than a year, inflation at 53%, I drew 8%. Now I want to ask you, we are Ghana nipa nende, oti Ghana now can say eya day na yeti abaimu yeti Ghana ha na aban bi bedi so na inflation yaka say inflation na send ya nyoma bo etie wo dwom he Oma aya no matwe mic akogina omanim na nyoma mu yeti sen nyoma mu eden nyoma ya beifo mu nim nyansa boa me ne wo nyina na yeti Ghana yenim se na nyoma bo eden and the petrol is saying and the ati petrol so be 12 lower than that obi anim se and the transport fare above form and the eduane ebu and the obi anim se and the okokwan so a se na otonyoma 1 year 2 years ago no and the okwa nyoma bo na above form obi anim se nyoma mu eye echen first no obi anim se and the Ghana amanfo ho aheha omo echen before omo person beji atum ni ya beifo agimifo a omo party adokoro mo a eye omo ya so mebi omo no aka se NDC aban na aye adwuma chi omo nkwase a MPP no ya tinyoma so upeo uhu okoto ade a uhu ukodidwa uhu ofaka uhu utopetra uhu dia ubeyo bia ogana bia uhu se nyoma bo akofom as compared to when MPP were in power. Until you cannot convince me say aban we djuma we di no sa aban we I should have a problem with this government. No. John Mahama aban we NDC for we actually say amembuo ye de nyansa nebu enyan kwasea ene de omanhye ne nsa. Na se me je se kojo pon kroma e ka se I Bank of Ghana almost $60 billion a good Bank of Ghana and $19 no entumi enkosro Jimmy na se nkobe we $60 billion a good wa ena ma dollar enkosro adana na wote won we $60 billion ngu ma dollar na ankofom kojo ponkroma wo kojo ponkroma so nim nyansa o say adekodi ntia and the dollar no form no is because Bank of Ghana $60 billion cedis a good Bank of Ghana and omudi shisha market nim and $19 no enkosro no na wo ne oba wo mia left no ene omo maka no time amutwa sika $60 billion de na modi ye yete na mutwa sika gumu mo se mo boka $60 billion sa $60 billion no sanka munim nyansa anka mo ye de na MDC for ye ni sisi ana anka nka dollar no fom ba mo giminti $60 billion na mutwa ye no mo de ko pay jantrafo mo de ko to cars mo de ko to gold watch mo de ko di nkwasiasam e na mo sa ya hantan gu Ghana for so intopon kuma sometimes ka say so we jimi you want to act as if say and mina mekasa when it comes to finances mina mekasa ma MPP why do you so nkwa chire sa you need to be realistic and rational a little bit. If it was only keeping money at the Bank of Ghana and the betumi ama economy na gina dia and the senka kwase bia betuma kwatena Bank of Ghana. If it was only say utwa sika e de asha Bank of Ghana na ama economy na gina na so and the say Jimmy 47 ka betuma finance minister because all that you have to do twa sika na for Bank of Ghana dollar na nkosoro. But you see, it is not just about having money at the Bank of Ghana. It is about the measures, the transparency, the fiscal discipline, how you are able to pick your right scale of preference, picking the right things to do. And anytime I say MPP for Jimmy to the point, say they don't want to admit to say, yeah, they did not have any knowledge, any idea about governance. In the same way, people know all your argument to say Bank of Ghana, Chesapeake Bank of Ghana, and $19 no form, I'm a Ghana form who told me. Time and I'm 8 years now. I don't know when Chesapeake Bank of Ghana, I'm a dollar number form. If it is that easy, why would you don't go say I pay for Charlie? I pay for Charlie, could I say? Why would you don't go say emotia shoe? I mean, can quite so much deeper. You get it? In the Sobi, per you could your ponkruma. If the Bank of Ghana $60 billion keeping your Bank of Ghana and ama dollar no etimi stabilize above for ma. Why didn't you do it? We scared no na mo na it is a koliko no. I don't know why sir. Adentina Addison. Why didn't Addison do same? Why didn't you people who say you know the economy, you are intelligent, no? I don't know why sir. E chere say mo ye the same thing but na mo Jimmy. Na sa sika no mudi. Mo be declare 60 billion losses. Sa sika na coin. Yet kroma and I'm say Bank of Ghana boka 60 billion. So Bank of Ghana boka 60 billion. Ejume bi akabem. Die na wo chere, die na mode chere ye. Na dollar no we. After 60 billion losses, the dollar was at the end 17. Today, if Bank of Ghana comes to us to tell us, say they have made losses of 60 billion and the dollar is at where it is, I'll be okay because at least 60 billion loss, it is at the end of the day, it is solving a problem. Emma dollar and Kosro. That is what it means. See, I can say the bank is basically supporting the marketer. So Bank of Ghana was 60 billion. What they use the 60 billion to do realistically is that anytime the dollar starts to rise, what they do is say dollar ebe scarce. Say dollar ni system no more, and then they call it for the rising dollar. So what you can do is you try to put a little bit of money in the system. Send a dollar does not become scarce. Because the more people are chasing dollar, the more dollar becomes expensive. And if you have money at the Bank of Ghana and you think that you can slow down a dollar getting out of the system, all that you do is you need to be reasonable enough to manage how the dollar fluctuates. It's when it's getting out of the system too much, you need to pump it up. Your people will not be going out to chase dollar. Some people will be hiding it and bumping the price up. So it is about you being intelligent to understand, weighing the options and weighing the market and understanding the market. Around the world, every bank, every central bank, they have reserve that they use to make sure say they stabilize their domestic currency. Because so when to me and yes, now say you don't have enough dollars in the system, people will be forced to buy dollar at a higher price. And when it happens like that, it goes against you, the central bank, because your reserves at the end of the day is going to be depleted. Now, you need to be watching the market. You need to be studying the market. When the market looks like the dollar is getting out of the market, which is going to cause for an increment or the demand for dollar to spike the price, what you do is you pump the system. You use your local currency to make sure you stabilize the dollar. And it is nothing new. It is about how you do it. It is about how smart you are. It is about how you are able to look and monitor the market. It is about how you are prudent in your expenditure, in your fiscal discipline. You don't waste money anyhow. You don't throw money anyhow. This is what we call, say, obi nim nyansa o chichire man. Now, all these things were there at your availability. You could not take advantage of it. Uru Jimmy is a Bank of Ghana trust 60 million. Now, Bank of Ghana trust 60 billion. 60 billion wine there. Any idea? So where did the 60 billion do? What is it doing? The 60 billion is supporting the currency. And it's end there, dollar $18. No, and it's the dollar is low. And when the dollar is low, I'm talking about a dollar ni rate. No, when it is low, it benefits the people in Ghana. And that is what the Bank of Ghana is doing. Common sense. What Jimmy? You couldn't do this? Into China. If this Bank of Ghana governor comes to declare, say, Bank of Ghana, aboka 60 billion, Yebebu said 60 billion, how is it helping the economy? Say, the dollar is still at the weakest point, and to me, intimidate your market, I'll be fine with that. But if you tell me, say, aboka, but a kana wabono, and to me, I'm why then it means we're discano. And that is what we have been talking about, Jimmy, and that is why we don't want to hand over this country to you people again, because majority of you guys are not intelligent. Politics now for and MPP for many opportunity be every idiot wants to speak on the economy. Which one is this? Go and sleep. Your dinner young to us na yan chichire mine na mumu Jimmy dodo.